At the White House press briefing earlier this afternoon, Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt was asked about the situation in Iran.
With respect to Iran, is that the president and his team have communicated to the Iranian regime that if the killing continues, there will be grave consequences. And the president received a message, as he revealed to all of you and the whole world yesterday, that the killing and the executions will stop. And the president understands today that 800 executions that were scheduled and supposed to take place yesterday were halted. And so the president and his team are closely monitoring this situation, and all options remain on the table for the president.
The UN Security Council is sitting for an emergency meeting this hour on the deadly protests in Iran. The United States called for the session after threatening to take action to stop further killings of protesters. The CBC's Chris Reyes joins us now from New York. So, Chris, what's been discussed in this meeting?
Hi, Andrew. Yeah, to start, we heard some strong words from U.S. Ambassador Mike Walls calling on what's happening in Iran, something that the council needs to pay attention to. So calling on the council to hold the Iranian regime accountable, reiterating that President Trump stands with the people protesting in Iran, called them brave, called the protests inspired. And then he challenged everyone in the room to ask how many people are dead, how many are maimed because of the regime's support for terrorism. And then he said, enough is enough. Now, Andrew, the Security Council isn't exactly the place where we would expect the Trump administration to announce any kind of concrete action in Iran, but it is quite something for Ambassador Walls to underscore in that room with the Iranian ambassador present, with Russia and China watching, that the U.S. is ready to intervene. Have a listen to this clip.
President Trump is a man of action, not endless talk like we see at the United Nations. He has made it clear all options are on the table to stop the slaughter.
Now, the Chinese and Russian ambassador criticized the U.S. for escalating tensions in the region and intervening in the affairs of a sovereign state. But beyond the statements, Andrew, from member states, it's the Iranian activists who briefed the council at the very start of the meeting that gave the most powerful account of what's happening on the ground in Iran this very minute. Iranian-American activist Masih Alinejad, who lives here in New York City, said that she's getting messages from inside the country telling her about bodies on the street, protesters being shot dead. And then in a chilling moment, she confronted the Iranian ambassador directly. And just for some context here, back in 2022, Andrew, the U.S. government uncovered a plot to have Alinejad killed outside of her home in Brooklyn. Have a listen to what she said.
You have tried to kill me 3 times. I have seen my would-be assassin with my own eyes in front of my garden in my home in Brooklyn. In United States of America, in the courthouse, I have seen my would-be assassin confessing that they have been hired by the Revolutionary Guards to end my life. My crime? Simply echoing the voice of innocent people that you killed them. Your leader, Ali Khamenei. He ordered my killing.
And Andrew, of course, what makes these accounts so powerful is the fact that Iran is now entering a second week under internet blackout as the Iranian regime cracks down on these growing protests. And what's happening inside the country is very difficult to verify. CBC News has reported that more than 2,000 people have been killed by authorities in Iran and more than 10,000 have been detained since this latest protest erupted.
Chris, thank you. The CBC's Chris Reyes.